Hi everyone, I'm back. My tea kettle brew is over and I have more tea. Okay, I want to be serious this time. There's kind of an issue I saw, and since I'm a new YouTuber and I want to learn those special effects, and I wish, learn how to show the clip aside me talking. But anyway, slowly but surely I'll get it. I saw a video that disturbed me, and this is very serious. It was in New York City, my home state, and the subway, which is a big issue when it comes sometimes to trans people. And this particular video I saw, one of my girlfriends sent it to me. She's transgender. And it was a clip. These two trans women were on the subway, and they had the braids. And then it was this Spanish girl, biological female. And all of a sudden they start, I don't know what broke out, but the cisgender woman started jumping up. One of the trans women was standing up on the wall and was standing up against the door on the subway train. It was kind of full. If anybody's from New York or you've been to New York, you know how the subway is when it gets crowded. So one of the trans women was standing against the door. So I don't know what popped off, but the Spanish woman, cisgender woman, she started talking foo-foo to the transgender woman. And the transgender woman, she ignored it because you could tell because the train was crowded, guys on there. So the guys started laughing. And you could tell they were young. So you could tell that they were trying to just be, blend in without being noticed or troubled. But this Spanish woman decided to call them out. Well, it was one first, and her friend was sitting down. So, like I said, this transgender woman was standing up, and the Spanish woman was just talking crap. What are you looking at? And blah, blah, blah going off. Then she started walking closer to the trans woman on the train. And it was a whole commotion, everybody jumping up and laughing and watching, listening to this woman throw insults to the trans woman. So she got in her face, the Spanish woman, and she did like this. Still, the trans woman didn't do anything, and that woman was talking caca. I don't know how the trans woman stood there when she did this. When she did that like this, going, honey, I would have lost it. And I don't claim to be bad and all of this, but honey, she kept doing that. Anyway, so the trans woman still did not do anything. And this Spanish woman's just calling her out, causing a scene, and the people are coming like they do on the subway. So the Spanish woman took her coat off. I was gagging. She had on a sweater, something. And she took her jacket off and she jumps in the trans woman's face and hit her. still, trans woman didn't do anything. She was like, why are you bothering me? Get out of my face. She was really trying to not slap the hell out of this woman. So the girl kept on, and then the men were around. Oh, that's a man. You know what they naturally say. Oh, that's a man. That's a dude. You know, fuck that dude up. Oh, they were going on and on and on. Well, her friend got up. After her friend, I guess, had enough of this woman hitting on the trans woman, and she wasn't doing anything. Wasn't hitting back, just telling her, stop, why are you, acting like this? Honey, her friend got up and knocked the Spanish woman, okay? And she was a trans woman. Her friend was a trans woman. But this child got up and knocked her, and it pushed her down. And she went over there and started stomping on her. So, of course, the guys came and tried to pull, guys came and was breaking it up, took them out. No, man, you a dude. You fighting a female. You a dude. And they, pulling them apart, letting the Spanish woman get licks in, the guys. Letting her get licks in. But this trans woman broke loose from that hole, and she went to that Spanish woman's ass again. So it ended up that they calmed the Spanish woman down, and the one that knocked her silly, she was unbothered. And she had the braids too, and of course, it was the braid pulling and all of that. But my point is, when cisgender women physically attack a trans woman, and that trans woman strikes back, because not every trans woman is going to stand there and let you do that, then you have crossed the line. But I'm thinking there are trans women, and then a cisgender woman come up in your face and hit you, tap you, and then everybody starts saying, no, that you a dude and this and that. In my opinion, if you hit somebody tapping them in their face like that, forehead, all bets off. All bets off, honey. No matter whether you trans, whatever. All bets off. And I'm not promoting violence, and I'm not promoting violence, or I thought that it was cute, but this woman persisted. She laid hands on this trans woman, and she stood there and didn't take it. Her friend got up and was tired of it and went to kicking some behind. So my point is, should cisgender women who jump up and physically harm trans women, should a trans woman not hit her back? Because it's always trans women crime, murders, and then this taunting on the train. Like I said, New York City, when it's crowded and the trains are crowded and stuff, it can be a mess when melee breaks out. So I'm thinking about that thing. I know if it were me, I would have knocked her back. And I think that the trans woman, and she was young girl, she held it pretty good. This woman hitting her in the face. But her other trans friend, was not having it. She beat that Spanish girl's behind. And then this train came to a stop, and it was their stop, and they got off, but of course it was still commotion. So what I'm trying to say is it wrong if a cisgender female lays hand on a transgender woman? Is it a problem if she defends herself? I don't think so, because people are going to say, well, they have the strength of a man and blah, blah, blah. All that nonsense. Trans woman, they have the strength of a man, blah, blah, blah. You're a man, whatever. But that's not the point. If a cisgender woman lays her hands on a trans woman, they're asking for it. Because if a cisgender woman hits a man, some men are going to knock them back. But it's just because they're transgendered women, oh no, you shouldn't hit her, she's a dude. But there are men who hit women for no reason. And so I'm saying all this to say, especially some of the transgender women out there, what do you think about it? Or anybody, comment. What do you think? This is a transgender woman minding her business, and she's being attacked, literally, by a cisgender woman. And I'm not knocking cisgender women, so y'all don't go there. I told y'all a couple of videos ago about how I felt. I love my cisgender women friends. I have plenty of the friends that are cisgender women, so don't even go there. I'm just talking about how trans women are attacked and whatever. And this happened to be a woman, Spanish woman, that was doing all the hitting and being the aggressor. So I just like to hear some of you guys' opinion. Trans women, whatever, doesn't matter. And I know I'm going to get some shade in the comments if you decide to comment. But I don't care. Just want to hear comments. I don't get offended. Whatever. Anyway, that was my tea. My tea kettle breweth over, and I serve tea. And until next time, everybody, I shall see you. Like, subscribe, or press the little notification button if you like. One day we're going to have an escapade. Very Janet Jackson. Anyway, you guys, take care. And until next time, love you guys. How you doing? I'm so silly.